And Melissa, when you look at the auto industry, it's really a regional industry, North America as a whole, as opposed to Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. But if you break down production by those three countries, in terms of vehicles sold in the United States, yes, the vast majority are built here in the U.S., but look, 16% come from Mexico, 7% come from Canada. So what are the automakers and, more importantly, the suppliers done to ensure that they can mitigate the impact of tariffs if they're put in place? One thing they're doing is they're adjusting production by either moving parts and components over the last month and a half into locations so that they can do manufacturing as much ahead of time. In some cases, it means bringing more vehicles, maybe from Mexico, into the United States so that you already have them here before tariffs go into effect. But look, if this goes beyond 2 or 3 weeks, as you take a look at shares of GM, Ford, and Stellantis, the real question is how much of this will be passed along to consumers? Now, S&P Global Mobility says the impact, if you were to add up the numbers, comes to about $6,250 per vehicle. Let's be clear. The automakers are not going to jack up their prices by $6,200. They're going to try to see how they can mitigate this as much as possible, maybe with suppliers having to eat some of the costs, maybe with consumers having to eat some of the costs, but we really won't know for at least 3 or 4 weeks because that's when the automakers will have to make a decision in terms of pricing. It could be sooner, but most believe it's going to be at least a couple of weeks down the road.